switching gears here, just because I think that the reason you talk about these years, as you refer to them as the cocaine years between
75 and 85.
And 85. I think the reason you talk about it is because I think that no one let you know that there was really potentially damaging things going on.
Nobody let us know. In that generation, we really truly thought that it was really okay and that it really wouldn't hurt you. You know, it was a recreational drug. And, you know, it's anything but a recreational drug. It's killing anybody who does it.
Don't say that you love me. Don't say that you...
I managed to get through that 10 years and still actually have some creativity, you know, so that was good. Going on into the next set of drugs, which was the Klonopin and the Prozac, now that was difficult. That was way harder than the cocaine, the brandy, and the coffee, because that just takes your soul away. That's like, you know, your overwhelming feeling of wellness and your overwhelming feeling of calmness leaves you with no soul. So you just become an uncreative entity. And that's what happened to me for 8 years, between 1986 and 1994. And one day I woke up and walked into the bathroom and looked at myself and said, this is the Klonopin. It was like, you know, God, or whoever is the God, tapped me on the shoulder and said, this is Klonopin. It's killing you. Go to a hospital. And I did. I went right to a hospital, stayed there for 47 days, detoxed off of it. It was horrible. And it just about killed me. So the reason I'm talking about it is because just in case anybody out there that's listening to this goes in and sits in a psychiatrist's office and they say, let's do a trial run of Klonopin, that they will get up and run screaming out of the room.
Yes, I know we've been out of touch.
How do you face stage fright with sobriety? Because you said that that was part of the reason that you were taking drugs before, was to get over that fear of getting on stage, which evaporates once you're there.
Right,
but
which totally goes away. Well, I can be very honest about that. I have a shot of tequila before I go on stage, but that's all. I don't have any more. And that's not hard for me. It's like, that's okay. I'm not an alcoholic, so I don't need to have more. It's almost like I do that. That's like my own little party. And then I can go out there and dance myself silly for 2 hours, and it's burnt off. It's gone by the time I come off stage. I allow myself that. There are things I allow myself and things I don't allow myself, because I know exactly what I'm capable of doing and what I'm not capable of doing. So, and that's what comes with, you know, getting older. You really, you grow up. You are a grown-up, and you can make better decisions. That's the thing. It's excess. You know, if you can keep it all in check, then it's not so bad. It's when you get nuts, you know, and I don't let myself go there anymore.
moderation is the key.
Moderation is the key.
Well, we've got one more segment to go with Stevie before she is whisked away. So stick with us in our conversation with Stevie Nicks. Chill out. Relax.
There was her husband and her baby, and I was flipped out. So I married him. That's I can be.
Welcome back to SpeakEasy in our conversation with Stevie Nicks. With the perspective that you have, having had such a long career and a successful one, and the province of that is writing a lot about love. With the perspective of age, what do you know about love now?
I think I know all about love. You know, I've had many really wonderful relationships, of which I treasure. And I am really good friends with all these people. And they're still in my life. You know, I see them sometimes, I see them a lot sometimes, you know. So it's like, it's been a good thing for me, you know. I I hesitate to get into a relationship right now because I'm just so busy and have been for the last 3 solid years. You know, and my life is nuts. It's like I'm gone. I'm not home. I'm here now. I'm in Canada. So to be in a relationship, it's very hard to be the one left behind. It's very hard to be the one that stands on the steps and goes, bye-bye.
You could be my silver spring.
I may never marry. You know that song, I never will marry. I'll be no man's wife. I intend to stay single all the rest of my life. Well, I was singing that when I was like 17 years old. And I'm afraid that may really be what's going to happen. I may be like Katharine Hepburn. I'll just stay single forever.
Stevie's mantra.
Yes,
Yeah. You did have a brief marriage.
I did. Very brief.
Yeah.
And that was all about my friend Robin died of leukemia, and she was 6.5 months pregnant with a baby when she died, which is very uncommon for a leukemic mother to happen at all. So when she died, they had to take the baby, and there was her husband and her baby, and I was flipped out. So I married him. That's how nuts I can be. And we realized within about 2 months that this was a very, very bad idea.
It was grief.
It was grief.
Yeah.
And it was almost like there was this baby, and he didn't really, you know, it was, Robin was my best friend, and it was his wife, and it was almost like, you know, what in the world have we done? So one day I said, you need to take Matthew and go to Minnesota and raise him there. Robin would not want us to be here doing this. It would have been fine if we had worked. She would have been fine with it if this had worked, but it's not working.
Right.
So you need to take him and go to home to your family and get over this, and I need to get over it. And now he's grown, and we're friends, and I'm really good friends. My husband's name was Kim, and so Kim and I are really close now, and we talk on the phone, and he's back east, you know. And it's good now because, you know, Matthew does have me. Even though I'm not really his mom, I'm like his crazy aunt.
The Clinton inauguration, when that happened, was that a great gift to you? Because it set all the wheels in motion again.
Right. It was very, very exciting and very heavy to be in Washington, D.C. for that. It was just like a very heavy time. What I love about the thing that happened with Fleetwood Mac and Clinton is this, and it's what I loved then and it's what I love now, is that we were really the first band. We were really the first band of the United States because we were Bill's favorite band. And I love that. And when they called and asked us if there was any way we could come and do his goodbye party without Chris, because I guess Hillary knew that Chris was gone, so she just knew somehow, you know, she wasn't going to come. So she said, you'll do it anyway, maybe, with just the 4 of you. And we did do it with just the 4 of us, just because they invited us to come there and do that, you know. So that was really, again, the setting off point of us saying, I think we can be Fleetwood Mac without Christine.
You've said that Christine McVie will never come down from her English castle.
She won't. She sold her car, her house, and her piano 3 years ago. I have not seen Chris since the last time that we did the last Fleetwood Mac function we did before we totally stopped. We stopped the tour like in December, but then we did the Brits and the Grammys, and we did some TV in Germany. So on the last thing that we did, I have not seen her in person since. She ran away. She went back home. What can you say? She's doing what she wants, and
Yeah.
she's really happy. You know, she's an English woman. She doesn't want to live in the United States.
Well, you're live on radio in 30 minutes
30
from now,
minutes from now.
so I'm going to say my thank you to you.
Thank you so much.
We'll go to a video of our choice, and Stevie Nicks, Trouble in Shangri-La is just great listening for us.
Thank you so much.
And that is it from Stevie Nicks and Speaking.